Recording progress.
Okay, so I'm going to start from the very beginning for the sake of those who didn't try. X cubed plus 3x squared minus 5x plus 2. So this is a poly, and you look at the graph given, there are two turning point and one inflection point. Agree? They got give you the graph, right? The graph go in this way. You see someplace, somewhere here, the shape changes. Then you go in this way. Okay, I want to teach you how to see from this graph. Okay, if you see a turning point, this is point, I name it point B, okay? This is point A. If you see a turning point that touches the x-axis, okay, B is the turning point. I will call local, not T, not local, it's local. It's the local minimum of y equal to fx. And B touches the x-axis. So if you see situation like that for a graph, you can straight away conclude f prime, okay, can I just name this coordinate as B0? F prime B will be equal to 0 and F double prime B is also equal to 0. So I can make a conclusion. Therefore, okay, B is the stationary no, sorry, I cannot say that. I cannot say that.
So the graph doesn't look like it's touching the x-axis.
It doesn't look like, is it? Oh, it doesn't look like. So I cannot say that. I'm wrong already. Haven't wake up yet. Sorry for that one. Okay, so B is not touching. Okay, so you have to erase this. Okay, so B is the local minimum of y equal to fx. So it doesn't look like touching, is it? Okay, so I have to erase this. So then I have to erase this. So it just B is the local minimum. So I think of something else. Sorry for that. So B is the local minimum of y equal to, so I know that B, sorry for that. So B, so I know that F prime B will be equal to 0. All right. Same go with point A. A is the local maximum of y equal to fx. So therefore, F prime, if I name this x coordinate as A, A will be equal to 0. Okay? Yeah. Can or not? So there is an inflection point someplace, somewhere here. Okay, how to get the inflection point? So what I will do is, now I will draw the f prime x graph. This is your y equal to fx. Okay, so you take out your calculator, key in that, then you try to sketch your f prime x graph. Everyone? Try to sketch your f prime x graph. Your f prime x graph will cut the x-axis at point A and point B. Am I right? When x equal to A and x equal to B, because of this. And it will turn at, if I name this point as C, then it will turn at the point C. Am I right? So do you get the graph look like this? If I'm wrong, let me know. Correct? Then it will go some sort like this. I don't know how it go. After that, negative. Oh, no. It will go like this. It will turn, then it will just go up like that. Am I right? Am I right? Okay. So can you find the value of A from the graphic calculator? You can find the value of A either from the fx graph or the f prime x graph. All right? Yeah. Can you find the value of A and B? And can you try to find the value of C? Okay, what is the value of A? That is your fx. I want f prime x. After I will show you how to do algebraically. F prime x. If you have any problem, you just let me know. I go ahead. How to get f prime x. Go to map and derive. Map and derive. Follow the y1. So the red one is your f prime x. So now you want to get the, this is your A, this is your B. So you get your A by using 0, x-intercept. So you don't want this graph, you want the red color. They ask for that term. So I'm talking about this point. So it's at the back of it. I enter. Then I shift to right down. Enter. 0.633. You get 0.633 for B. Okay. So everyone got B at 0.633, correct? Okay, you do again, to get your A. Can someone tell me what is the value of A? Anyone got problem? Please put up your hand. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Correct. Enter. Move to the right. You're talking about 0, 0. X-intercept is 0. Okay. Then you go to the other side. You do 0 again. Left up. Go second trace again. 0. Okay. Enter. Now you want this point. So you move your cursor. This is not a graph then. See how I play with this? You play computer game, left side of the point. Okay, enter. Move to the right. Oh, enough. Don't go until so right. Okay, enter. Then enter. Negative 2.63. Okay. So your A is negative 2.63. Those online, you have to know how to do it by yourself. Okay. So you see, you got that already, correct? So that can help you to draw the sign diagram of F. Okay, you don't have to draw the sign diagram. So I can use my graphic calculator to help me to draw the sign diagram. Are you clear? Okay. After I will show you how the question works manually. Okay. So if I want to draw the sign diagram of F prime X, so now there is no boundary. I must mark down 2 points. And here. All right. Yeah. Yes. You got problem? No. Okay, so here is a plus because the F prime X graph is above the x-axis. Here is a minus and here is a plus. Okay, So I want to teach you how to draw the F double prime sign diagram based on the F prime X graph. Are you okay? Based on the F prime X graph. Okay, so now can you please find the coordinates of C? How to find the coordinates of this point? You can't get it from the fx graph. You only can get it from the F prime X graph. Second trace. Yes, young man. What are you supposed to do now? You still don't know how to find turning point. How to find the turning point? Go to second. Select this one. So negative 0.99999, correct? So you put negative 1. Yeah. So the x is negative 1. The x is negative 1. The y is negative 8. Am I right? So you got this point. I'm going to teach you how to read this. Negative 1, comma -8. So because this is a f prime x graph, so it read as f prime -1 is equal to -8. So that is the rate. It's not the value of fx. Are you clear? So now when I go to the try to draw the sign diagram of f double prime, that is how I do. Because f double prime is the rate of change of f prime, am I right? Okay, so I will put down there -1 here. If you look at the fx graph, if you look at this graph, the shape is concave down, crying. You put 2 eye here, you know this person is crying. Am I right? You put 2 eye here, then you put there. Isn't it a crying shape? Okay, so, and the f prime x graph is going down. So that means you got negative here. You analyze from both graphs. Are you clear? Okay, and this part is the shape is concave up. And the f prime x graph is going up. So the rate of f prime is positive. So that is how you get the sign diagram of f double prime with the help of your graphic calculator. Can or not? If you can't get, you see, because from the diagram given, you can't get the inflection point of fx based on the fx graph. No way. You only can get the x coordinate of the inflection point of fx from f prime x graph. Are you clear? You look for the x coordinate of turning point of f prime x. So put a note there. The x coordinate of f prime x graph, the x coordinate of the turning point of f prime x graph is the inflection point. The x coordinate of inflection point of fx. So always bear in mind these facts. So I answer your question for part B. Okay, then how am I going to get it algebraically? That is the reason why part A, they ask you to find f prime x and f double prime x. So now I want to talk about it algebraically. So after I have done part B, okay, if I'm talking about doing using help of my graphic calculator, so for part C, correct? Of this question, they say find the coordinates of the inflection point. So I will say when, I know it happened when x equal to -1. So my f -1, I have to call out my y1 and get the answer. Then that is called the coordinate of this point. The inflection point of fx. So can you please tell me what is f -1? Huh? 5. 9. 9, huh? Okay. So your answer will be -1, 9. Is the, and if you look at the graph, is the non-stationary inflection. Okay, I write it here. Inflection point of y equal to fx. Why it is a non-stationary? Because -1 doesn't appear in f prime x sign diagram. And it is also in that location, it is decreasing at the fastest rate. So these are the things when you do any exercises in 3B right up to 3D, correct? You always have to tell yourself this so that afterward, when we do the application, you will know what to do. So I'm giving you more than what the question asked. So every time when you practice what the question in the textbook, correct, you have to ask yourself, okay, try to interpret what do you mean by inflection point? What do you mean by non-stationary inflection point? So I can straight away say, in the range of x equal to -2 to 0, correct? In that location, okay, fx is decreasing at the fastest rate at x equal to -1. So that's why when you do maths, you have to talk to yourself. You are not satisfied with just answer the question. You cannot. When you come to higher level, you have to ask further. You have to straight away be initiative enough to interpret. It's not what I ask you to find, you find, that's it, stop there. Cannot. If you want to progress in your maths, you have to go a step further. Okay? Can or not? Are you clear? Okay, so now I will try to do this question manually for you. Then here, you see how I work up to get all the possible answer in this question. Okay, why the point? Is the inflection point stationary or non-stationary? I answer already, correct? It's a non-stationary because f prime -1 is not 0. That is the reason. Stationary means the rate of change must be 0 at that point. That is the meaning of stationary. Okay, so allow me to do this question manually from the beginning until the end. So don't interrupt me. Okay, I will do it for you to have a look at it. So for this question, I will start like that. Okay, fx okay, so first part A, they ask for f prime x. So I differentiate using the simple rule for all the term. Power take away 1 plus multiply by the power take away 1 minus 2. Okay? So f double prime x. So same thing. Okay, now what is the purpose of us finding f prime x? What is the purpose of us finding f prime x in this situation? So that we can get our f double prime x, correct? That is one of the reasons. Okay, another reason of why you find f prime x? Yeah, so that I can get the stationary point of fx. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. If I write wrongly, please let me know. Because I'm focused in asking the next question. So I may, that is one of my weakness. That's why I don't like numbers. Very funny, right? A maths teacher who don't like numbers. That's why I don't do accounting. I don't do finance. because I don't like to count numbers. I don't like to count money. Very irritating. To me, I'm not saying you count money is not good. Okay. We need different people in different field. Okay, now, so another reason is if you have the f prime x function, then what can you do with the function? What can you do with this function? I can find the x coordinate of the stationary point of fx. Do you know that? So you always have to bear this in mind. So the purpose of this stationary point of y equal to fx. What must I do? I must let f prime x equal to 0. Am I right? So that is what you must have in mind. So when you get that, I haven't answered part B yet. I'm just telling you what is the purpose of this function. Okay, so I will write 3x squared plus 6x minus 5 equal to 0. Okay, so I can get this answer from where? From my scientific calculator. But if the question wants exact value, so I have no choice but to use so be very careful when you read the question. If the question wants exact value, so for this situation, I have no choice to use the formula. This is for quadratic only. Am I right? So for quadratic, so the exact value, if the question asks for exact value. If not, you just use GC. So that's why this formula is also equally important. And this equation only can be the solution for what? Quadratic equation. Please bear that in mind. So what you get is only the x coordinate. Got it? Okay, now, so if you are talking about here, okay, what is the purpose of us finding f double prime x? Is the rate of change, correct? So it will enable us to find the stationary point of f prime x. And it will enable us to find the inflection point, the x coordinate, or is x coordinate of the inflection point of y equal to fx. So you are talking about, so I can do two things. First, find the x coordinate of the stationary point of y equal to f prime x. Or you can find the x coordinate of the inflection point of y equal to fx. Both you are using the same method. What method? Let f double prime x equal to 0. So now, this will help me to do part B. Am I right? So I will do manually part B for you. I will say f double prime. You don't have to explain to the examiner when you do. I, as a teacher, I have to explain to you. So I will write f double prime x equal to 0. So 6x plus 6 equal to 0. So that's why x equal to -1. See or not? That one you go and work it out. I'm not going to work out for you. All right, it's -1. At this level, everyone should know how to solve this. Okay, so I draw the sign diagram for f double prime x. Okay, so any function, the sign diagram, correct? You must mark down the value of x that will make the function equal to 0. Am I right? So what is the value of x that make f double prime x equal to 0? What is the value of x that make f double prime x equal to 0? -1. Okay. So how to know the sign for f double prime x? For x less than -1, you got your graphic calculator, correct? You don't even have to bother to substitute. You just relax, key into call out your y3. Is your y3? Make sure your y3, there's something there. Huh? You call out your y3. Then you key in any value of x that is less than -1. So what do you get? You get negative, am I right? If you don't want to think so much, okay? But if you look at the graph also, you know already. So you can determine the sign easily. Yeah. So for part C, when you want to find the coordinate of inflection point, you know the x coordinate already, correct? So you just write down when x equal to -1, f -1, just now you get what? 9. I don't want to see substitution. You can use your calculator straight away. Just now, what do we get? We get 9. So you write there 9. So you put there -1, 9 is D. Okay, they ask for coordinate of inflection point, correct? If you look at the graph, you know that is non-horizontal inflection point. Straight away write down non-horizontal. That will be a better answer. Just tell me it's in a stage inflection point. Yeah. Okay. Is the non-stationary inflection point. Okay, now, is the inflection point stationary or non-stationary? So part D is non-stationary because f prime -1, can someone give me this value of f prime -1? -8 is not 0. See, that is how you give a reason. That is how you explain. Non-stationary means at that point. So that is how you explain the whole thing. Yeah. So when I discuss with you in class, I'm trying to give you more. I try to let you know what are the different ways you can do so that it can help you. So any question over here, you should be able to do even you don't know differentiation. Am I right? So you don't come and tell me, so I don't know how to differentiate. You have your graphic calculator, please get used to your graphic calculator. You pay 630 for it. Please, please, please make full use.
Recording in
Okay,
progress.
about this fx, f prime x, and f double prime x. If it is a polynomial. Okay, everyone listen here. Those online, you better discipline yourself. Huh? Okay, now, where's my pen? Okay, fx is degree, polynomial degree what? Fx, degree 3. This is degree 3. Correct? So, degree 3, polynomial degree 3, maximum 2 turning point, 1 inflection point. Why? Because f prime x will be degree 1. 1 degree lower always. Correct? So for quadratic function, maximum got 2x intercept. That's why we say cubic polynomial maximum 2 turning point. You see or not? Okay, then if you look at f double prime x, degree 1, another degree lower, which is degree 1, linear. So if it's a cubic, then the derivative, the rate of change of fx will be quadratic. So it will be definitely parabola shape. Okay, can it have no turning point? The answer is a yes. Right? And the f double prime will be linear. So linear, definitely there is one solution. Correct? 1x intercept. It's a straight line. So if you sketch this y1, y2, y3 together, you will realize that your y3 is a straight line. Am I right? You try and see.